before I start this video, y'all, I just want to say that obviously you can see the title, you know what it says, and making this video, it should be, I mean, I don't know which year this is. I don't know if this year 2021 or 2077, because that's how long it really feels like me finally making this video. And also, guys, I would say too that, like, if you have watched my past videos of Cyberpunk, you guys can clearly see that I kept on saying in my other videos, I was like, I'm gonna have a review, I have a review for y'all. And yeah, and there is a reason why that didn't happen. But before I really go into more detail, let me do my intro properly, because I should have done it, but I just want to kind of knock that out real quick. But let's start right now. What's good, 9197 Wolfpack? This is your boy Tyler 9197, Witcher 9197, Black Wolf 9197, or 9197. Back with another video for you guys, and this time I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my review on Cyberpunk 2077. Finally. Alright, now let me go and get into it now. But besides that, y'all, you can definitely tell, like, with this game, if I to be honest, I'm so mixed with it. Like, if you watch my past videos, y'all, of this game, like, I was like super hyped for this game. I had high expectations, but nothing too crazy expectations. Like realistic high expectations. Nothing like the greatest game ever created in the whole entire world that no game can ever compete type thing. But still, I had a high expectation, but at a realistic level. Man, what to say about Cyberpunk? I'm gonna try to keep it short as possible, y'all, because I'm not really trying to talk a whole lot about this game, just for the fact, like, there been so much stuff happen with this game that, like, what is there to talk about that nobody else already talked about? Like, everything that I would say about the game is what pretty much millions of people said the same thing. Like, they had high expectation, or they got disappointed, or they hated the game. Me, I'm just a mix of it. Like, I didn't hate this game, but I was disappointed in some ways on aspect of how the game came out. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is talk about talk about the plot, pros and cons. But honestly, y'all, I'm gonna probably do one pro and one pro and one con, just because I usually do like 3 pros, 3 cons. But I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be, because it's been so long since me finally making this video of this game. Because the only reason why it took me so long, y'all, to really do this video now is because, like, man, like, first of all, game crashed on me a lot. 2, it just sometimes it felt unplayable at times. And 3, I honestly, y'all, sometimes I just feel like I just kind of lost interest of wanting to continue to beat the game. Of course, me making this video, I beat the game, but guys, like, it been probably, like, I want to say about 3 to 4 months that I have not touched that game at all. Like, every time I see that game in my face, I know I had to beat it and do a review, because I said I want to do a review for you guys, and I really do, which I'm doing now. But at the same time, y'all, between that 3-4 months, I've been looking at the game. It's like it be right there by my TV stand. I look at it and I be like, do I want to, like, do it? I want to play it, but then again, I don't. Like, it's like it made me lost interest, like, a little by little, but I still wanted to beat it, which I did. But anyway, let me go and talk about the plot real quick, and then go talk about the other stuff, because like I said, I'm trying to keep this video short as possible that I humanly can, without making it make this video feel like it's like an hour video. Because I'm not trying to make it like an hour video talking about this game, because there's a lot of problems in this game, but it's not 100% bad, all of them, but it definitely some problems. But anyway, alright guys, so the plot is the year's is 27, obviously from the title. It's Cyberpunk. So in the Cyberpunk world, you play as the character V. You're created V, a male V or female V, or whatever type of V you're making, because you could customize all stuff, including their gender, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go too far with that part, but you know, you can make your whatever V you want your V to be. Okay, but anyway, and you play as V, and you go into Night City, the city of dreams, the city that you as a merc could shine from rags to riches type thing. And that's what you are. You are a merc for hire, and you trying to rise up to the top in Night City to make yourself a big name. Of course, with that, you know, I'll say like one of the notable characters on there is Jackie. Is one of your friends, your partner that you come to help you, your partner in crime, and just help you out. You know, doing your missions. You know, wherever you're doing merc work in Night City, and like I said, rags to riches. But of course, there's things that happen. That happens to the V and all this stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically, it's like when you start off, everything's seem good, then everything went bad, real bad, and like you somehow got mixed with confronting Johnny Silverhand, which he plays a huge part in the game. And like him, and I'll just like I said, because this is the first half, no spoiler part. Like I'll just say that like Johnny have a connection with V, and V have a connection with Johnny, and like they basically their lives intertwine later on throughout the game and pretty much the whole game. But basically, like I said, the plot is that for the things that's happened to V mixed with Johnny problems, basically y'all two gonna work together to stop the problem of what V is going through. And that's all I can really truly say without spoiling it. Like, that's really it. It's like V got some problems, Johnny got some problems, their lives intertwine, and you as V and Johnny try to figure out how to solve V's problem. And I'll just leave it like that. But anyway, that's it for the plot. Hopefully it make enough sense for y'all, because I mean there's a lot more into it than just that, but that's the best way I could summarize to you what it is, pretty much. Anyway, so now my one pro and one con. So the pro I can go ahead, the one pro I can go ahead and give for Cyberpunk is the story. Like, honestly, y'all, that's it. Besides all the things going on with Cyberpunk that you guys already know, that like all the bad things of it, like really the story is the main thing that's keeping you want to continue to play the game. And guys, like I said, that's what me as a fan, I just feel like I'm just really slightly disappointed with how Cyberpunk turned out, because it's like, it's not, like, overall the experience of the game is not what hurts the game. It's just that the game do not function like it's supposed to. That's the issue, guys. So for anybody that says Cyberpunk's a trash game, like, you gotta get out of here, y'all. You gotta stop. It's not a trash game at all whatsoever. Cyberpunk is far from being a trash game. What makes it a trash game is that it's not functioning or optimized right to where it needs to be for a RPG. That's the problem with Cyberpunk. That is literally it. But as far as people say it's a bad game, it's not a bad game, y'all. It got issues, got a whole lot of issues that CD Projekt got to work on to fix. But besides that, it's not an awful game. It's just trash for the sake of it. It's not optimized right and running like it's supposed to. And I'll just leave it like that right there. But overall, the story, that's the one thing that'll keep you going. But of course, guys, when you deal with the experience and stuff inside Cyberpunk, then you will lose interest kind of fast. But the story was the one thing that's going to keep you want to keep on playing and beat the game. Alright, guys, now next is my one con. Of course, honestly, for me, I got about like a dozens of cons. But for this video, I'm only going to just have just one con. And the one con I can go ahead and give you guys for Cyberpunk 2077 is flatlining. And you guys know what flatlining is. It's like you just die. You die in the game. And the reason why I have that as a con is because, guys, the loading time for you to get back in the game when you die takes freaking forever, y'all. Like, oh my goodness, man. Y'all, Cyberpunk, like, man, because, guys, this is my thing. When you die, it takes forever for you to get back into the game. Like, it's hard to be immersed in the game in that after you die, right? You're like, all right, you know, okay, reload, go back to where the checkpoint, right? It feels like forever before you get back into the fight. It's not like, okay, you die, like, ah, man, all right, gotta restart. Probably like wait probably a few seconds, boom, back into it. No, it takes about almost a minute, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes before it really get back into the game, and it feels like forever, y'all. Like, oh my goodness, it feels like forever to get back into the game. And I can tell y'all, for me, dying a lot in Cyberpunk, because my difficulty was on hard, which I feel like if you play Cyberpunk, that's the way you should play it. Is on hard. I feel like that's the right setting for the game. When you die, it takes forever before you get back in the game, and like you would just get you will lose your engagement playing that game. Like, you would be like, all right, I'm in it. Like, you know, you really immersed in the game. But when you die and then you gotta wait for so long to get back in, you just gonna be like, I'm kind of over it. Especially when you in a fight and stuff, and you gotta redo it one part. You gotta fight this enemy or this and that, and you gotta wait to get back in the fight. You just be like, man, I'm kind of tired of this game at this point. Like, and that's how I felt so many times, y'all, playing this game. It's just like when you die, I just be like, oh man, yeah. But I'll just leave it like that, because there's more cons, but I'm not gonna go through them because this is gonna be an hour video if I go through all the freaking problems with this game. But alright, guys, so now for the rating of the game, I basically gonna have two ratings. One rating is gonna be my overall opinion, what I think for me playing the game at its current state, my opinion of how I rate the game. And then my second one is gonna be the realistic rating for the game. And of course, you know, that's my opinion, but still. Alright, guys, so for my personal opinion of me playing the game, of me being a fan of a CD Projekt Red, of playing Cyberpunk, if I had to rate this at a 1 out of 10, I would give Cyberpunk 2077 a 8 out of 10. And this is coming from a fan, knowing that it has issues, all the stuff that's happening right now with the game, I understand. I would give it an 8 out of 10. Because I feel like the story is well deserved, and the game is so fun. You can lose so many hours playing the game, but of course, it has so many issues. You will lose interest very fast, which I did, which took me about 3 to 4 months to get back into the game, and I just beat it. I just beat it the other day. Well, for me, going through no months of not playing it and then just finally playing it to beat the game, that tells you a lot. But I ain't gonna lie, guys, I was kind of upset with this game because of them issues. I'll say I put a good amount of time into this game. I think I put in probably like 40 hours into the game, I want to say. I think that's how many hours I put in the game. But this is the thing though, y'all. Like, I'm mad because I want to put more hours in the game. I wanted to do more side missions and all the gigs that you get to do in the game. But the only reason why I didn't do them because of the issues. Like I said, because I got the PS4 version, so you know I had to crash this. It just like it's not optimized right. The glitches, it's just so much problems with it. Like, it's hard for me to really enjoy a game that got to deal with all them problems. And then how you expect me for an RPG to want to waste so much time in it if you got this many issues? So it's like, I just like, for my first playthrough, I was like, man, bummer, I'm just gonna play just a single player the story and be done with it for a while, because I do want to play it a second time, but I'm not gonna play it right now. It's gonna be a while. Like, that game gotta be almost near perfect by the time I play it a second time, because they gotta fix all the crap that's in the game. Enough of my rambling right now. Now let me go to my second rating for the game. That's realistic. It's still my opinion, but this is my realistic, because the first, my first rating of it is me being as a fan of, regardless of the situation of Cyberpunk, as a fan perspective, how I feel about it, what the game is at right now. Now, if I'm being realistic, if people are not like a big CD Projekt Red fan, or just, I mean, just overall, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you playing it just to play Cyberpunk, like, you're interested, but you know, ain't like you was hyped like a lot of people like me, because I was hyped for this game, but realistic hype, nothing crazy. But if I had to be realistic, especially right now, for all the stuff that's going on with the game, Cyberpunk 2077, if I had to rate it at a 1 out of 10, it's a straight up between a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But if I had to be, but 7 just kind of be a little bit nice, if I'm being honest. 6 looks like that's probably where, honestly, I feel like the Cyberpunk is rated at. It's slightly above average. Like, that's the best way I can do it. Because of the current state of the game, y'all, it's hard to really get immersed in it heavy because of these issues. So I feel like 6 out of 10. I feel like slightly above average. That is where I would give Cyberpunk. Also, I would say, would I have to recommend anybody who wants to play Cyberpunk to play this game? Honestly, y'all, I would say no. If you want a game that's well stable, like how it's supposed to be, everything's fixed up, almost near perfect, then no, I don't recommend anybody play Cyberpunk at its current time. But if you want to still experience the game, which I still, like I say, I feel like it's still a good game regardless of the flaws that gets in it. But you are prepared to deal with the bugs, glitches, and all that extra crap that a lot of people said, then by all means, still go for it. It is a good game. I do recommend. I would say definitely try it out if you want to. But as far as recommend it currently, no. As current state, no. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the spoilers. But of course, like, this is the spoilers of just me, what I have experienced as far as like my ending. Because if I remember correctly, I didn't even say it's about like 7 different endings in the game, which is crazy. But it's like, but of course, how you supposed to experience all those 7 endings if the game barely can run right? So that's where I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know some people, if they don't, regardless of the buzz, they still would try to see it. But me personally, I'm like, I can't pursue that. I mean, I can't pursue the game that much or waste so many hours in it if it could barely run as well, like, and optimized like it's supposed to be. But anyway, besides that, so the 3 choices, you know, what Johnny Silverhand gives you by the end is either 1, you go to Hanako. Well, he didn't give you these, but it's like the 3 options that you had to choose. So it's either 1, you go to Hanako and talk to the Arasaka reps and talk about, and you know, of course, accuse her brother of killing their father. 2, it depends who you use. Because for my second one was the avocados, which I don't know if it's the same thing for Pan Am them. I mean, if you didn't try to explore the relationship with Pan Am them, because for me, you know, my girl was Pan Am, so that was my relationship interest. So I don't know if it's different. If say like if you was a female V going with Judy. I don't know if that would have made much difference. But besides that, you know, the avocados, have them to help out with, you know, or 3rd, you can just get Rogue and Johnny and blow up Arasaka like the last time. But for my choice, I went with family, like Fast and Furious style. I got the avocados and got my girl Pan Am, and we ran up in there in Arasaka. But the funny, like I said, guys, like the whole thing, because with the nomads, with the family, it really reminds me like of Fast and Furious. Like, we going to Arasaka, like, we have no business going against to a big company like Arasaka to put the fight to them as nomads. But we done it anyway. But I love it though. I love it. So that's what I did. And, you know, progressing with that storyline, you know, like Pan Am helping out and stuff. A little bit further in the game, you know, we got in the building and stuff like that, snuck around, trying to got close to by the machine. Then Atom Smasher came out of nowhere, killed Saul, which is sad. It's like, dang, man. But he died. But my biggest look, see you guys, like, don't get me wrong, like, I have nothing against Saul, but I feel like if I had to choose between him or Pan Nam of getting killed, it was gonna be Saul. Cause I refuse, like, I would have been upset if my girl Pan Nam got killed. So I'm glad she didn't. That was my biggest concern. Look, guys, like, for me personally, I was like this. Look, it's like this. I love the family of the nomads or the avocados, but to be honest, I didn't really care about much of them compared to Pan Nam. All I cared was Pan Nam, and that was it. So if the whole family had got wiped out, as long as Pan Nam was still alive, I'm good. Oh man, I feel wrong for saying that, but I mean, I'll just be honest, y'all. Like, Saul, he died a warrior's death, which he even though he got his face smashed by Atom Smasher with his foot in his face, and man, his head exploded, which was crazy. You know, kill Atom Smasher because he was annoying, y'all. Like, and then like I told you with the flatlining, didn't help at all. But once I really got into the fight, because I used my sword and he was dying a lot faster, so I just used my blade. I didn't even use my guns because I don't know, it was weird that my sword was kind of like doing more damage to Atom Smasher than my guns, because I had my sniper and I had my shotguns, but it wasn't doing as much damage like it's supposed to. But regardless, I don't really care. Like I said, I killed Atom Smasher. Then I went to the machine where Alt was at, and then, you know, plugged myself into it, went into the cyberspace, yada yada yada. Then, like, you know, progressing, yada yada yada. I see Johnny again, yada yada yada. And then basically I had a choice, was either actually no, besides that, before that part, you know, V became an Ingram, which was crazy to me. But fast forward, you know, when you finally get with Johnny down, you had two choices. Either I could leave my body, go with Alt, and live in the cyberspace forever, or go back into my body, and Johnny goes with Alt, pretty much. But this is the weird day for me though. Like, my choice, honestly, you know, of course, I picked to go back to my body. Like, why would I go with a cyberspace with this girl that I don't have no interest of whatsoever? Like, that was Johnny's girl. I have no interest in this girl whatsoever, so I don't care. But besides that point, though, what kind of confused me was, like, when she was saying that, like, if you go back to your body, you will die. And I'm thinking, like, what? My thoughts was, like, was it instant? Like, if I go back in my body, will I die? Like, would V just die like that? Or was it more like, or like V go back in his body and, like, he only got like probably like a day or so before he's dead. Like, that's what I was thinking. And that's when she was having the cyberspace thing. I was thinking, dang, if I go back in my body, I'm gonna just be dead. It's like, should I go to the cyberspace? I was kind of thinking like that, but then again, I was like, nah, because, like, why would I go to cyberspace to live as an AI? No, I'd rather go back to my body. So I went back to my body. Johnny went with Alt, and you know, of course, fast forward, I went Pan Am now, leaving Night City, going to Arizona, and things like that, you know, with my girl and the family. So after that, we went through kind of like the sandstorm area like that, went to the avocado tunnel and left Night City, like left the city. And then there was one part where it was like kind of like a lake area with a nice water. It was night outside. I got out the car, got out of the vehicle, and then Pan Am did the same thing, and you know, she was by me, and we were just chilling, looking at the stars and stuff, like. And that was the end. That was the end of my ending for Cyberpunk, which I feel like that was the good ending, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, guys, like, honestly, like I said, me personally, this game has the potential to be a 10 out of 10. I honestly 100% believe it has the potential to be 10 out of 10, but because of its current state, that's why I give it if realistic a rating as 6 or 7 out of 10 just to be nice. But as a fan, I give it 8 because I like the buzz was annoying. All that stuff, the glitches, all that is annoying. But as far at the same thing, I still support CD Projekt Red. I still a huge fan of them, and I believe in what they make. So that's why my judgment of making it 8 out of 10. That's my personal opinion on it, of why I think it does deserve that. As far if you're a fan of them, you understand. Even though they did have a little hiccup of what's going on, but overall, I do feel like that's the perfect rating for me, at least. But if I'm being realistic, 6 or 7, and I don't recommend it if you want the game to be near perfect without too much buzz, this and that. But I mean, if you don't care about all that, and you still want to play the game regardless of the buzz, then yes, go ahead and play it. But that's pretty much it, though, y'all. That is my review. And also, like I said, sorry that it took so long for this review, but at least I done it now, and I'm done with Cyberpunk. That's my chapter of it is done. But I would say that, like, I will revisit that game sometime in the near future once everything gets fixed up. I will go back to the game because there's a lot of stuff that I did not do that I wanted to do, but it was just too much buggy and stuff, man. I don't want to deal with that crap. I really didn't want to deal with it. But that's it though. Alright, Black Wolves, this is the end of the video. So please go ahead, hit the like, follow, subscribe, and I say this all of my other videos. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so you can join the 9197 Wolfpack. This is a fun kickback gaming channel which has the greatest community in the world, which is you guys, the Black Wolves. So go ahead and spread the word to your friends and family who likes gaming, so they can go ahead and join the Wolfpack, because everybody's welcome to the pack. And also just stay tuned for more content coming your way. And also I would say, please write down below, guys, of your thoughts of Cyberpunk. Do you love it, hate it, or just anything about it? But if it is spoilers, please, but like I said, if it is spoilers, let people know that it is spoilers. So don't spoil people who haven't played the game, even though a lot of people play this game, but don't spoil it for people who haven't yet. But if it is a spoiler that you want me to talk, that you want to write on the comments to me to read, let people know, hey, this is a spoiler, and then etc. But alright, guys, I love y'all. Peace. God bless y'all. TGDS 9197 out.